He's the expert. And he said to me that everyone's...
Hello everyone, and welcome back to this next segment of Rapid Fire Reviews. And today, I'll be discussing the most recent instalment of Doctor Who's new series, The Well. I'll be doing a quick review of the episode before awarding it a score out of 10 and placing it on the Series 15 leaderboard against the previous two episodes, The Robot Revolution and Lurks. Now, if you have your helmets on, let's begin. 500,000 years in the future, the Doctor and Belinda join up with a platoon of troopers who are investigating a devastated diamond mining facility on the planet 6767, with only one survivor, Alice Fenley. But beyond the wreckage and behind the truth of the matter, something far darker lurks within. Something that came out of the well. Something that no one knows what it is. But the Doctor does know, because it's something he's come face to face with before. The Well is a really effective episode with an eerie atmosphere that doesn't waste any time getting into the action. The Doctor and Belinda arrive on a dropship where they are chucked out and sent down to the surface alongside a party of troopers to the desolate mining planet 6767. Straight away, I can pinpoint one of the episode's greatest strengths is the guest cast. Those being the mining troopers. They are all fleshed out to a reasonable degree, and the slow build-up of tension and paranoia really works as it slowly ramps up throughout the story. And when one of the troopers stages a mutiny, it did turn into a really scary situation. And there is also Alice Fenley, the sole survivor of the disaster, who provides the emotional groundwork for this episode, as a mother just wanting to get back to her child while being terrorized by this monster. One of the two things I can really criticise about this episode is that there could have been some use of darker lighting in the interior scenes of the mining facility. Maybe even a flickering light here and there would have helped to sell the image and idea that this place had been pretty much abandoned. However, that's no slight on the episode's direction by Amanda Brochi, as some of the shots here are absolutely beautiful. And the direction really shines with the jump cuts when Belinda keeps thinking she sees something behind Alice's back, which turns out to be the monster. Speaking of the monster of the week, we get a brilliant reveal, which I'll play here.
What is this planet called?
6767.
The old name. 400,000 years ago, what was the planet called?
It was called Midnight.
I've been here before.
It does blend well with those thematic parallels to Midnight. Also, throughout the episode, I was worried that they were going to ruin what made the entity in the original episode so scary. The fact we didn't see it and didn't know what it was. And even though we did see some glimpses of it this time, it still managed to remain that level of mystery and presence. However, despite all this, the episode came to a rather confusing conclusion. When the Doctor, Belinda and troopers were escaping the facility, the airlock shows 3 people inside, but the screen registers 4. So is the entity inside the airlock with them? But then, it seems the entity is catching up with the Doctor, Belinda and the 2 troopers who stayed behind, and it seems to have latched on to Belinda. Now that scene is played really well by Ncuti Gatwa and Virata Seifu, but it's just really confusing. And then one of the troopers shoots Belinda and then drops down the well, killing herself and presumably the entity. But when the remaining troopers are up on the ship in the closing scene of the episode, it is heavily implied that it is up there with them.
What? Nothing.
So while it does leave it open-ended for a possible return for this entity, it also is just really confusing. Overall, The Well is a brilliant episode for the most part, and I'm going to give it a score of 8 out of 10, placing it second on the Series 15 leaderboard. And next time, I'll be doing a review of Lucky Day, with the Doctor and Belinda temporarily stepping aside to see the return of Ruby Sunday herself. Like and subscribe for more rapid fire reviews, and have a good day.